Hey everyone, so we have the Model Y owner with us, Diego. Super cool. Thank you for sparing time to share with everyone what are your thoughts on the Tesla. So I rented the Model Y from you for almost 2 weeks in the States, in Texas. And thank you so much. I really enjoyed everything. So maybe you could just share with us your journey, right? So what made you buy the Tesla? Why do you choose the Model Y instead of the Model 3? And yeah, we could just go from there.
Definitely. Thank you, Darcy. No, and first of all, thank you so much for choosing my Tesla.
You had FSD.
Yeah.
I was hoping for FSD beta, So there was one day the update came in. I was like, oh God, is that FSD beta? I was like, I Googled it. I was like, shit, it's not. But okay, yeah, they had FSD.
Yeah, no, and that was like the main thing is because this is the reason why I got into the Tesla. It's because my relative, my cousin, Alex, he lives in Miami. He now owns 3 Teslas. He's been in the Turo business for like almost 4 years now, or 3. And I didn't even know about Turo until he mentioned it to me, and he just broke it down where I just saw more about the experience, especially with a Tesla, which for me, it's like a luxury that at that time I never fathomed to be able to afford until he provided me his business model, and he sold me on the Tesla Model Y.
Yeah.
His younger brother has a Model 3, which I was in it, but they both agreed Model Y for a Turo. It's roomier. It's just more of a personalized experience. It's bigger. It's just it's more comfortable.
Correct.
I went for the Model Y. Mainly it was because of him, but I was looking into getting a Subaru WRX TI because all of my previous cars were standard.
Right.
Then he just like, no, forget about this. And he just painted all the numbers for me where like it made sense. It made sense. And here I am. I got into the Model Y just because of the fact that you could save money and enjoy the car at the same time, and
you can rent it on Turo.
You can rent it out on Turo,
and people would get it, right?
Like, it's an experience. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. So how has it been so far? I mean, how long have you got the car for?
So it's going to be a year, I believe, in July.
Okay.
And it's been busy, fortunately, because my Tesla was the only one with a full self-driving capabilities. Right. Now I look again in the market, there's a few now, but there's a lot more Teslas than before. When I joined the Turo last year, around late September, mid-September, there was only like about, I want to say in Houston, like about 10 Teslas. Now you go on there and it's like already 100 plus. Like it's already growing, as far as Teslas go. So I'm happy that there's more Teslas on the road because that's going to get us closer to the fully autonomous capabilities that we're hopefully
waiting for, right? Yeah. So maybe you could share with us, like, what are some things that you like about your the Model Y so far? Like, you've had it for a year. What do you like about it?
What I like about it, or maybe even love about it, is the fact of full self-driving. Because whenever you drive in public, and depending on the areas that you live in, you got to deal with traffic culture. Some states have a more of an aggressive culture than others when they drive. Texas, it's kind of like a 50-50.
Okay.
And sadly, you deal with, like, if you drive at night, especially on a weekend, there's people partying, they're drinking and driving.
Sure.
So the Tesla gives me that sense of safety. That's where the selling point that my cousin brought me into. It's like, it does the driving, most of the thinking for you.
It does, right? It does. Yeah.
It does. So it's like you feel like you're in a bubble of safety. And it's sad that Teslas have bad raps because people that I come across with, they're like, oh, but don't they get into car accidents and this and that? And I let them know, like, that's because they didn't do their homework. They just bought an expensive toy because they can afford it, and they didn't do their homework. The reason why they get into these car accidents is because they don't understand that it's not fully autonomous yet. And so they tend to fall asleep. They sell like these accessories that in Amazon that shouldn't be sold, which creates a driving hazard and risk. But I don't know if they ever took those accessories off or not. I hope they did. And I don't want to mention it too because I don't want people to be like, hey, let's buy it.
Yeah, that's something you can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the one thing that I feel with like Autopilot or FSD is it's kind of like having a co-driver, right? You have one more driver with you, and their sole purpose is to make sure that nothing happens to you, and that really helps. So I really agree on your point. Like FSD Autopilot is one of those things where it's super underrated. People don't realize it, but once you use it, once you get into it, you start to really understand that, hey, surprisingly that it helps. Like even if it beeps you just to tell you that, hey, the car in front is slowing down, even when you are paying attention, it's still okay, right? It's still reminding you that, hey, the car is still watching out for you.
Right.
Yeah. So that's for Autopilot. Are there anything else of the like Model Y that?
Oh, there's a lot.
Yeah.
So another neat feature that I love is that 95% of the time that I drive,
Yeah.
I'm only driving with the throttle, like
Sure.
the gas pedal. Well, throttle, because there's no gas in this car, but
Yep.
where it has that regenerative braking system on the motor, so you really feels like if you're used to driving standard, it feels like you're downshifting.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives me still that vibe where I'm like, I'm still in a standard vehicle, because it's fun, but that's like one of the features, is that you just drive 95% of the time with one pedal. One pedal.
Was it difficult to get used to it? Like, I mean, you came from a stick shift, right?
Yeah.
So you've got like clutch, brake, foot, what two feet.
It was a little awkward at first, because I was looking for the clutch here and there.
Okay.
But after a while, like maybe I want to say like almost 7 days, like about a week, then I was like, okay, there's no clutch there.
Yeah.
and I just kept driving for regular, just the gas pedal. Another feature that I loved about the car, that I still love about the car, is the fact that I call it God mode, but it's the Tesla app. So like, and this is one of the selling points that my cousin made to me, as far as getting into Turo.
Yep.
You don't have to invest on more accessories than you do in some other vehicles.
Sure.
The Tesla already comes packed with it, which is like, I love it, because it's a big change for me, a big step from driving my previous car before the Tesla was a 2012. It was a 2012 or 2000. No, it was a 2012 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport ES, which was, I had to order it from Illinois because I couldn't find the standard everywhere. And I wanted an SUV here in Texas because there's a lot of road bumps.
Yep.
And when it rains, it tends to flood. So you want a big car, if anything.
So what about the app that you mentioned? Like you think the app is like the mini God mode. So what's good about the app? Like maybe the top 2 or 3 features that you love.
Yeah. One of my favorite features is that you can see where the car is. Anywhere
You've been
in the
stalking
map.
me, right? Have you?
When I first started, like with Turo, I actually would stalk everyone, like, where are they going? I was always worried, like, please don't steal my car. And you could actually turn it off, which is one of the other features. Afterwards, it's like, okay, I'm only stressing myself out. I'm only giving myself anxiety. Let me just, I got insurance for a reason. Like, let me enjoy myself while they can enjoy themselves and so forth. I did check you out once. I'm not going to lie. I did run like, hey, I want to see if he's okay. I saw you were driving, but you were like, I don't know if it was like going towards, I think New Mexico at that time.
Yeah, Boca Chica.
Yeah, so I'm like, where is he? Like, oh cow. Okay.
Really far off, right?
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna look anymore, because I'm already thinking, like, did they rob him? Are they taking the car to Mexico? Like, you know what? We have insurance.
Yeah.
So either way, though, it's just the whole experience that you have that power to control the car, even if it's like thousands of miles away. You can still control it.
Sure.
I love the feature that they have also, where you can find the nearby Super Tesla charging station instead of through the car. You do it through the app, and you can find it as well. So it's so that way you can actually schedule the car to be ready for you when you're ready to leave. It's going to be preconditioned and warmed up and ready to go. Because that'll help with the charging as well.
It does.
Yeah. So that actually helps, and the battery too. But yeah, those are like pretty much the features that I'm.
And then there's Sentry mode, right?
Oh my gosh, Yes, thank you. Sorry, I'm kind of it flew by. The Sentry mode, they just added that new update too,
The
where
live dash cam.
yes, oh my god, it's so awesome. Yeah.
It is.
The only thing is, like, I wish they had it here, but this is only like for AI, like
this is for safety features.
For safety features, which I completely understand and agree, because it's a little creepy if
it is.
you have really people there, even like other people, like if I'm renting it out.
Yeah.
You know, I really...
I don't think they want to know that you could check on them anytime. So yeah, I agree that the front-facing camera really should be just used for safety purposes, and you should not access that. I think this is one of those, one of those privacy issues that we shouldn't go down the rabbit hole, right? That's just, like, this does not help with the security of your car anymore. If you're gonna do Uber, if you're gonna do like Grab, Singapore, Southeast Asia anyway. So or Lyft, then I mean you could always just put in one more camera for the inside view. I think that helps, right?
Right.
Yeah. So Sentry mode. So help me with this, right? So I haven't driven SUVs, right? Because in Singapore it's tight roads.
Right.
I don't like big cars. So comparing this to like maybe your wife's car who has an SUV, how do you think it compares to any other SUVs that you've gotten into or have any experience with? Like, how is it?
Yeah, so basically it's a game changer. Mainly because with SUVs, you actually have to spend so much money like on gas.
Oh, wow,
and so much, so much fuel consumption. The bigger the vehicle, the more fuel consumption is going to take. With the Tesla, you save so much money, much money, and it basically, if you think about it, it's gonna it pays for itself from the money that you could spend on gas. You're saving it, and long term, you'll save on that. So I think as far as comparing to an SUV, I think it's just mostly towards the fuel efficiency. Because with a Tesla, like you actually save more money as far as when it comes to gas and mileage off of that. As far as the space goes, now I chose the 5-seater because the 7-seater, you'll sacrifice a little bit of trunk space. But it's really ideal, like if you have kids, and you could put those 2 extra seats for the kids. And but for an adult, it's gonna be hard because it's gonna kind of like hit you right in the back. Any little bump, everybody's gonna have to be kind of like hunched over just to drive. But you still have trunk space, so like don't think that if you get the 7-seater, you could, like, it's not worth it. If you have kids, get it. If you have kids, get it. Because I've seen like other videos where it still shows you have pretty decent amount of cargo space.
Yeah, that's cool. So it was pretty cool, right? So one of the days I actually like slept in the car, like dropped down the seats. It was quite a lot of space. You could lie down diagonally. It was pretty good, pretty nice. Like camp mode is good. So is there anything else that you feel like you want to mention that you like?
The wireless charging on this model, like it's awesome. For the most part, depending on how thick your case is too. If you have a thick case on your phone, then you might want to plug it in. But yeah.
Is there anything that you think could be improved?
I wish, more like I wish they could bring back, because as far as the driving mode, where you have like the sounds, I forgot what it was called, but like it's
the boombox.
The boombox, like so, like let's say if you're driving, because the Tesla's so quiet, and let's say you're road tripping, and especially at night, and in areas where you're gonna deal with wildlife, like deers and so forth. You want them to hear you coming. So it would be nice, like if you could actually put on the boombox option, so you can like hear the music from outside of the vehicle, or whatever sound effects that the Tesla comes with, or that you can add. But I remember like they recently took that off because people abusing it, I guess, and just making, they were disturbing the peace, and those people messed it up for people that really wouldn't like to need it for those road trips, and make sure they don't get involved in accidents. It would be nice maybe if they can improve maybe a software where if it detects on the GPS that you're going on a road trip, it gives you the option to activate it once you're in the highway. So that way it's not disturbing the peace in neighborhoods, maybe. That would be nice. I think they should bring that option back just for the safety purposes.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the part.
That's one of those things.
Yeah.
Anything else that you feel could be improved? So you have the boombox, minor things that you think could be better. The road noise in the Tesla is the Model Y is actually quite loud. So it's like in specifically the road noise, all right? So not the environment noise. So I think the soundproofing on the doors and the glass and the wind, that's okay. All right, I think that's fair. But the road noise, there's a lot of echo that comes through the wheel, the back wheel arches, and it echoes through the car. So because I've not driven SUVs in the past, I can't compare, right? Because if I'm comparing to the Model 3, it feels like it's quieter in the Model 3. So like when I hopped on like a joyride for FSD beta back in Austin, I got in the car, I'm like, this is way quieter. Like everything is just not as loud. Right. So I'm thinking whether is it because there's a lot of space for the sound to echo through the car. But yeah, so that's the only thing that I thought, like road noise, they could work on it. But other than that, then mostly was pretty okay. So like before we kind of like sum up, is there any like maybe you have top 2 or top 3 tips that you have for potential Tesla owners who's going to get the car?
Absolutely. So first one is the paint. So for the paint job, it's usually about like $2,000. I don't know if it's even gone up since I built this one, but it's like $2,000. Unless you get any other color, like it's like about $2,000 or a little bit more if it's red. The white one, it's free. The trick is to help you save money is don't just get the white one. Take it to a place where they can wrap it, and not only you're protecting the car, but you're wrapping it at any color or style you want, and it's more to personalize for your taste. So like it costs like about $2,500. So you're really just paying $500 extra, and it's being protected at the same time with any color that you want. So go get the white one and then get it wrapped.
Okay.
The tires, get the regular tires. You could buy aftermarket tires, but here's the little thing is that the tires that Goodyear comes with, the Tesla comes, they come with like a special foam inside of the tires that helps promote noise cancellation. Sometimes these foams they come out of place, so that might be defective tire, and so when you're driving, if you feel like your car vibrating very aggressive, once you hit like maybe above 60 or 70 miles per hour, you're gonna feel like the car is shaking so aggressively. But Tesla was very, very, very helpful. Their support team, where they replaced it for free because they saw that it was faulty, and they test drove it and they fixed it. But you could do that, like if you get like the regular tire and then you get one of these aftermarket tires, you'll have your low profiles for local, for whatever occasions, and then you have your regular tires that you could put them on if you're gonna go on a road trip and you're gonna wear the tire a lot, then you put those puppies in, or you already have an extra spare tire, which that's another thing I think I would like to add. Spare tires, please give us one. Just one spare tire. Okay. One spare tire would be nice, just in case. But overall, those are just like the 2 best tips that I can think of. Is the paint job, get it wrapped, get the free one, like with Tesla, get the white one that's free, and then get it wrapped, and it's about the same price. If you're just really paying like about $500 more, which is still great price in my opinion. And then the tires, because you have to like really rotate them every 7,000 plus miles, and you got to replace them about every 20,000 odd miles. So, and like if you drive a lot or if you rent it out a lot, like you're gonna
run through them
pretty quick. And it all depends on who drives it, because there's people that might drive aggressive, some don't. But usually with rentals, for the most part, people don't care, like, because it's not their car and they're just gonna enjoy
it. All right, great. So thank you so much for sharing. Is there any last things that you want to add, or is it cool?
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's
thank
cool.
you so much.
All right.
Yeah, and thank you again for inviting
No, it's
me.
awesome. So what I'm gonna do is, I think Turo has a referral code, right?
Yes.
So pass me your referral code.
Sure.
We're gonna put the referral code down in the description for you, so that if anyone's coming to Houston, they could hit you up and get the car. And of course, I really enjoyed my time with your vehicle, and you've been a super awesome host, and even coming in just to talk about this. Thank you so much for your time.
Appreciate it.
And of course, FSD. Yeah, if you really want to start your channel anytime soon, I don't see much people in Houston with FSD beta. So maybe you could spend 1 month trying to get your safety score up, and somehow if you can get beta, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice way to start. In any case, so I got this car on Turo. We're gonna link Diego's car to the description below, and you game quite a bit. Yeah, so if anybody wants to join you on the game, they could find you afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but other than this, so thank you so much. If you like the content that is coming up, please do like and subscribe to the channel. All right, pretty cool.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Yeah, we're good.
That was it. Awesome.
Super awesome,
Thank you so
man.
much, brother.
Ciao, man.
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah,
I don't know if I blabbered